Hello, folks. It's a bright sunny day here where I'm at, and hope you're all doing well. We're uh, once again back on our video tutorials today, and going to be discussing how to set up tax, okay, tax calculations in your website for those that are placing orders and checking out. You need to. I guess nobody really wants to charge tax, right? But and you need to charge tax. We'll show you how to do that in this video, okay? So first thing, of course, is log in. That's what we remind everybody in these videos, and I assume you already are if you're watching them. That's more than likely the case. But nonetheless, want to be thorough, so make sure you've logged in to your account, and then you're going to go ahead and click on My Settings. Okay. From My Settings, we're going to click on the Sales Tax button, and we're going to get some options here. Okay. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to enable tax for this store if it isn't already. Okay, so if you had no, for example, you'll see nothing, of course, besides the yes or no option. So if you say yes, kind of turns it on. And then down here you have a couple options. You want to allow your customers to estimate tax in the checkout. So do you want them to enter in basically their zip code, click estimate, and see what their estimated tax would be if they went ahead with the purchase the way it is at that moment. Okay, so you can say yes or no. We'll say yes. Is it required in your tax area that you charge tax on the freight? Some places it is, some places it isn't. So again, select the applicable yes or no box based on your requirements where you are. And you want to charge sales tax on back orders. Again, this will be based on your in specific area, but basically what this is saying, if somebody orders items on your site and they're back ordered, you're not going to be able to ship them right away, or it's going to be a while, then is it fair to charge them sales tax at the time of order? And so most places you say no, but depending on the requirements where you're at, you want to check with a local accountant or some person like that would know. You can say yes or no based on what you need to say there. Okay, so then you want to click Save. Make sure you save those settings. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to actually set up the tax percentage that's being charged. Okay. Now in this demo account we have several active tax areas that have already been set up. And so what I'll do is I'm going to add a new one. Okay. In fact, I'm going to delete this one here. Delete Utah, and we're going to add Utah again. So I'm going to click Add. And when you click Add, you get a couple options. One, you can select from a preloaded tax area. Now, one of the nice things about our system is that we've preloaded it with all the U.S. territories and United States, the actual states, to make it easy for you to set one up. Okay, so we pick Utah. And Utah will automatically pull up all the different zip codes that are already part of the state of Utah. And the same would go for any other state that you select. You can change the name, you can change the zip codes if you want, and then down here you type in the percentage. Now in Utah the percentage is 6.25%. So what you would do is you can type in 6.25 just like that. Now when you click Save, it's going to automatically update that to say 0.0625%, which is technically the right way to have that. But you can type it in just like this, and it'll convert it for you. Now go back to these postal codes real quick. You'll notice that question marks, as it says down here, separate multiple with a comma and use a question mark for a wildcard. So for an example, 84098 and 84097 could be entered as 84 question mark question mark question mark, or just 84097 and 84098. And what this would do is if you use these question marks, it can save you time in having to type out 097 and 098 independently and just use question marks for wildcards. So up here you can see that if you take this one, for example, 842 question mark, basically anybody that lives in 842, any number will fall within this tax area and get charged this tax percentage. Okay. Now the other thing you can do is you can create a new tax area. Say you don't want to use our preloaded ones in this drop down and you just want to create your new one. Maybe you're not in the United States, or maybe you just want to do something on your own, which is fine too. Then you could give it your own name, your own postal codes and your own tax percentage. In the end, it's going to look the same as this. It's just that you're adding in the names and the postal codes and the percentages on your own rather than using our preloaded ones. Okay. Whichever route you go, you click Use. It will refresh the page, add in the tax area, and now this tax area is live and active on your site. Okay. Now, if you wanted to edit, you could click Edit here and make any changes, right? If you want to deactivate, say, we're not using Alaska anymore. Deactivate, it'll pull it out of the list. Now it's gone. And of course, you can always delete as well, which is almost the same as deactivate. But the idea here is that if it's not in this list, it's not active. Okay. So if you're trying to test this in your checkout and you're saying, hey, why isn't it charging me tax? Make sure that it's here. If it's not here, or the zip code or postal code you're entering when you're checking out doesn't match ones that are in this list, or maybe in this case the percentage is set to 0, then it's not active. Okay. Now there's one other thing I want to talk to you about tax, and this happens sometimes. When you go into your products and you're adding a product, there's a place in the product. Okay, sorry, there's a little error on that one product. But there's a place in the product down here in delivery and tax settings that says product is taxable. If on your products all of these checkboxes are unchecked, it also will not charge tax. So that's something to keep in mind. Now this is automatically checked by default, but if for some reason you unchecked it, you didn't know what it was, or somebody added products for you and they forgot to check that, or they unchecked that box, who knows what the case may be. And every other setting in your tax looks right, except and you're still not getting tax calculations, then that's the one other thing I do is go to your products and make sure that checkbox is checked. Okay. As long as all those things are in place, then your tax will work just the way it should, and everything should be great. So if you have any other questions, again, be sure to go to the support tab, ask us a question, or contact your customer service rep directly, and make sure you get those questions answered. Other than that, that covers it. That's how you set up tax, and it should be pretty straightforward. So good luck to you, and let us know how we can help if you have any other questions. See you later.